Hey everyone, this is Stephen KC Railpen here, and welcome to another product review. Because what I have here is actually a new release from Athearn, which is part of the Ready to Roll line. Because this is actually a release I totally forgotten that Athearn has done, but was glad that they were able to do this. And this is a locomotive I've been looking for quite some time. Because I know they did this in the past, but I'm glad they brought it back. So if you're wondering what this is, I'll show you guys. It's right here. This is a Norfolk Southern SD40-2 high hood. So basically this is an ex-Southern Railway unit. So even though I've been looking online to find one, and I was able to get one because you know how much I really admire the high hoods. So I was able to pick this up I ordered this online from Lombard Hobbies and got a pretty good deal. And we're going to be taking a review on this. So I'm going to just do an unboxing. Basically I just really like the new style of packaging. I mean it has the white packaging, as you can see. I can show you. That's what it looks like. Because the new white packaging is pretty nice too, but I really like the older one better with the blue and yellow. Not the best. So basically it's got these stickers on the seals. So all we can do is just cut it open like that. And cut open this side as well. I'm just using an X-Acto knife. And then set that aside. And lift it up like that. And then just take the packaging out. Okay. And it's got like all the warranty and everything and all that here. So we'll just set that aside. And there's the locomotive. So just gonna set that out. It also has like it also comes like a little bag, like a little Ziploc bag. I think these are like, not sure if these are detail parts of some sort. But anyways, I'll set that aside. Open this up, and there's the locomotive. And here it is. So I'm going to try and get it out of the box. And there it is. It looks very nice and stunning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this locomotive onto the tracks and we'll begin the review. Alright, so starting with the front. So as you can see, it's got lots of good detail wise, and you can see it's got the grab irons, the correctly painted handrails. It's got a nice snowplow, plastic McHenry coupler, so I can zoom in a little bit. It's got the MU hoses, windshield wipers, which is right here. It's got a nice plated headlight on the top, and no ditch lights because if I remember correctly, this is actually the 1990s era. So even though not like the modern era when, you know, we're like in the late 90s, I'm pretty sure they start getting like the ditch lights, because like the early 90s and around the 80s they didn't have ditch lights. So it's pretty interesting. It's got lots of good detail. I can show you the top. It's got some, I believe they got like the firecracker antennas, because different variants have different kinds. You can see on the top. It's got a nice P5 horn, which are all facing forward. Sorry, my camera is not focusing enough. There it is. I looked inside. I don't think there's a cab interior because this is a Ready to Roll locomotive. It's got numbers. It says the SOU on the bottom, which means like, because this proves that this is an ex-Southern unit. Paint wise, nicely done, especially on the logo itself. The fans are not see-through. And it's got some pretty nice details on the trucks and the fuel tank and all that. Now I can show you the other side. So the rear, there's also a snowplow on the rear, because as you know, during the Southern era, high hood locomotives were meant to run long hood forward. So which is quite impressive. And it's also, you can see it's got another P5 horn, so it's got two sides of P5s. And then the bell, locomotive bell, on the top, nice road numbers. The number boards are nicely done. Everything else is nicely And also the same thing. And also no ditch lights here, which it doesn't really bother me if it doesn't have ditch lights, but still neat locomotive. So let me turn the locomotive around. Then I'll show you the other side, which is the brakeman side. It's also got some pretty nice detail here. Oh, the sunshades are nicely done too. These are quite a unique ones, because it's got, you can see, let me show you. And I think that the windows do open and close, so it's quite nice. And show you the fuel tank detail, the truck and fuel tank. Wow, very nicely done. And as you can see, the steps are not see-through. And that is the brake wheel. Everything about this is just amazing. Wow. That's really good, nice. So, I'm going to run the locomotive for you guys to see how it runs. Next. It's a pretty smooth runner, I would say. And the cool thing is, since this is like the newer Athearn model, it's got LEDs. So you can see the LED headlight on it. So that's really cool. Now I'll just run it. I'll run in reverse, which is also known as going forward. So you can see that. Even running in LHS, you can. The headlight is LED. So, yeah. Gotta say, this is actually a pretty cool locomotive. I'm really glad that Athearn was able to do another run of these with the SD40-2s, and like they also have other schemes available, like the Santa Fe, Bluebonnet, KCS Grey Ghost, and the chassis system and all that. But I was able to get this one because I thought having another high hood would be really nice to run my locals and such. And gotta say, this is actually a pretty stunning locomotive. I was glad that Athearn was able to do the high hoods again, because I know they did high hoods in the past, like even one of the X Southerns with the horse head scheme. But yeah, because I think that anyways, like the old logo or the horse head logo they look pretty nice on the high hoods. But anyways, I was actually glad I was able to pick this up, even though in real life 3280 is now rebuilt and now has an Admiral cab, which is no longer a high hood. It's just basically like a standard cab, but basically just a new Admiral cab. Even though, because for those who don't know, all the X Southern high hood SD40-2s have been rebuilt into the Admiral cab, and the only high hoods that still remain on Norfolk Southern are just a few of the X Southern GP30-2s and about 10 of the high hood SD40-2s, which were formerly owned by Norfolk and Western. So, anyways, I'm still glad I was able to pick one of these up, even though I had never seen any of these when I was younger. So, but anyways, still see such a great looking locomotive. So, kudos to Athearn on that. So, anyways, that's gonna do for the review of the Athearn Ready to Roll SD40-2 in the Norfolk Southern high hood scheme. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll leave you guys with a run by of this in action, and I'll see you guys next time.